film. What's going on, people? Tim the Human here in Hong Kong International Airport. Sorry, I keep looking at the top. We just finished an awesome week. So I'm with Pav.
Hi, I'm Pav.
You might know her from my vlogs. We just had an awesome week in Hong Kong, which I've visited twice before. Have you been before?
No, it was my first time.
I knew the answer to that.
One in Hong Kong. One in Sri Lanka.
Oh yes, second time in Asia. So yeah. She hadn't seen much of.
I had no idea where I'm going.
Yeah.
By the way.
And we booked it 2-3 days before we came. Cheap flights from London Heathrow out here. And I've been before, as you might have seen the parkour video I did on the Flow channel, Hong Kong Playground. But I knew it was good. But I always forget the little subtleties about a place. And Hong Kong, I think, is one of the places I've visited that ticks some of the most boxes.
Yeah.
Of every aspect of lifestyle that you could possibly want. For both of us.
Which is rare.
Which is tough, and that's why I wanted to bring her here, because I knew there would be something she'd like that I'd overlook and she could show me, and we could enjoy together. So that when we got here, we stayed in sort of a, you know, the nature. And people think of Hong Kong as the big city skyscrapers, but there's such beautiful nature out here as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
So we went and stayed in Shek O, which is only 30 minutes from the city centre, and it's a beautiful remote beach. Thai restaurants, and even they drive on the left like in England, and the plug sockets, you don't need a converter if you are from England. They have English plug sockets because it was a British colony not too long ago.
Yeah. It's so efficient to get around.
Yeah,
really cheap transport.
We've got a list of a few things down here we wrote down. It is super cheap transport everywhere.
That makes sense.
I know, it was like a £10 for the train. Sorry, the list will get better. It's
Hong Kong sounds amazing.
I know. It's like £10 for the train from the airport to the city centre. Taxis are like half or 3 times less than they are in England.
All the signs were English and Chinese, so you could get around really easily.
It's a complete amalgamation of East and West, so you can get by speaking English. The transport is so efficient. They said that, as you said, that apparently one time a train was 7 minutes late and it made the news because it was like so rare, and they were so apologetic. You can get anywhere. There's trams, taxis, there's the underground subway. We got a ferry today, didn't we?
Yeah, like we got every means of transport.
We tried
like from a bus to a ferry to a
train, underground,
tram, the underground taxis. We tried everything. Like we
apart from the cable car, we didn't do.
Oh yeah, we didn't do. Up
to the Big Buddha.
Elevator.
But we got buses. Yeah, we did everything. And the ferry today was like £1.40 for like a 30-minute ferry ride to an island.
To Lama,
to go to Lama Island, which was amazing.
Apart from that, it's so easy to go from one place to the other, but it's such a great like mixture of the urban city life, and then we lived in Shek O, so it was a small like sort of fisher's island. It was an island, it was mainland. Fisherman's
town, yeah. There's only one road into
local,
it, 30-minute winding mountain road, but
so small, like you end up like knowing kind of all the locals, and then you can just take a taxi to the main city life and have like,
it's only 30 minutes away.
It has the buzz of New York, the buzz of New York in terms of bars and nightlife and restaurants. It has such a huge hype that you didn't expect it to have in Hong Kong.
All the modern twists, like Pav works in hospitality and knows hotels and I don't know what to call it, beverages, food and beverages, yeah, quite well. And so, and the scene here is absolutely popping for all that, isn't it? It's as on trend as London, if not more so, I think.
Yeah, like every bar has a character. Obviously we had like good people to show us around as well.
Yeah, shout out to Ed and Billy.
Yeah, big shout out.
Yeah.
But you just wouldn't expect to have all these places
and it's like the entrances are just like little alleyways that you'd never think, and you'd go down an alleyway and then suddenly it opens out in a big bar, or you walk into a hotel lobby or things like a business centre lobby, and you get in the lift and go to the top floor and suddenly you're on a rooftop bar. vegan restaurants, man. People don't think the vegan scenes out here is
Happy Cow is well respected.
So I think someone messaged me, said there's 22 vegan restaurants in Hong Kong, and then you've got, I mean, we went to an island today, Llama Island, which seemed like some remote fisher village, and there was like a raw vegan restaurant there, organic shops.
Yeah, it was like, and even the lady who was running it, she was from there, and she said, yeah, it's very vegetarian and vegan friendly. And she was, you know, like coming from that island, you wouldn't expect it, and the whole island had such a nice, like, vibe
energy. They have all the temples around, and some of the temples actually say meat-free area, like don't consume meat in these premises, which I think has a good influence on the area. And then you've got the,
and when there is meat, they're super clear about it.
They're honest
with the meat. They have pictures. They're super visual. The testicles, and they just write everything down in English, so that you're sure you know what you're getting.
In the shops at the side of the street, you'll see like, I don't know, stingrays or shark fin hanging up, and at least it's honest about what it is. It's not just like hidden, like in London the people hide what meat is and stuff like that. It's very open, and it looks, you know, disgusting once you see it anyway. To most people, and even people that eat meat will look at that food and go, what the fuck, that's disgusting, unaware of their own hypocrisy that they'll eat pigs and that. Oh yeah, there's a big one. Distilled water. They sell distilled water in bottles. There's a brand called Watson's, and when we got to the no, I threw away, unfortunately. When we checked into the Airbnb in Sheko, opened the fridge, there was 3 bottles there of Watson's, and it said distilled water. I was like, what? Distilled water? And at every corner shop they sell it, and I even saw like a 5-litre bottle today of Watson's distilled water. And Europe, I've never seen that anywhere in Europe, and the fact that you can get it so easily and so cheaply. Of course, it's better not to buy bottled and have your own distiller, but when you're traveling, to come to a place like this and have that much abundance of clean distilled water is amazing.
Which comes to the other point. When you drink distilled water, you're gonna want to go to the bathroom, like, what is it, every hour. You're gonna be peeing a lot. A lot. And we were so surprised, like every place we went to, they had public toilets that were so clean, right? You would never sit on public toilets, like, to get things out of the way, but just like going inside and not having this disgusting smell, and it just makes everything so much easier to just be able to pop up.
And not having to pay, like in London you have to pay for a lot of the public restrooms. It's like, no one's even asking you to pay. Even on these islands, there was like 3 big blocks. In the short space we walked on an island, there was 3 public restrooms.
It's 14 kilometers to go from one side of the island to the other, and
within 1 kilometer we saw 3.
Like 2. They had like what? Every 2-3 kilometers?
No, less.
Less.
We walked 1 kilometer, we saw like 3. We walked
1 kilometer.
We walked to that one, and then we walked to that one.
I thought we walked to one.
No, we didn't walk that. If we ran, it would have been more. But we saw 3 big square ones anyway. And
it wasn't even like a touristic area to go. It was touristic, but it wasn't like Hong Kong touristic. It was like a remote,
and it was just clean
little island.
Clean toilets with like people working in them. And you don't have to pay. And even one time we caught out and we were by the MTR, the subway station, needed the toilet in the subway station. That says, oh, if you need the toilet, you can ask and they'll let you use the staff toilets. And they buzzed us through a door and let us use the staff toilets. So there's a tip for you on that. What else have we got?
There is like specific on every.
I mean the nature. I mean I couldn't express that in words enough. How beautiful the nature out here is. The sunsets, the sunrises, the contrast of weather. Like when we arrived, it was raining, sort of almost typhoon weather, and then the last few days it's been 23, 24 degrees, beautiful.
But even when this is like before the high season, so they said that the best place to go is between December and May. Was it?
March.
December and March. So now we're like early December. Well, it's the first of the month today. And even like when it was really cold, you could still, when we were in Sheko, you could still go to the sea and swim. Yeah,
the ocean stays warm.
Yeah, it's just the rain.
Yeah, the trails, I'm a bit injured at the moment, so we couldn't hit too many trails. But I know they're incredible, and from previous experiences, before I was running when I came here, some of the walks we did are amazing. The remote beaches you can get to, you can camp on the beaches. So you can just experience incredible city life, vegan like restaurants as good as anyone's in London. And then you can have the warmth. Even in the city though, there's so many like parks, beautiful parks, well kept. It's very clean, clean toilets. People are very respectful. People aren't loud at all. There's no one's arrogant.
Yeah, even in like Macau, right?
Went to
But
Macau,
completely different
which is
vibe.
like an hour ferry ride away, and it's like Vegas. So that's another thing you can do is you can go out. There's vegan restaurants there. People were really polite and quiet there. Cheap hotels. It's just a really nice place. Really, everything's really efficiently run, really well thought out, really mindful. Even just on the subway, and this is something I like, is when to get your tickets on the subway, it's cheap and it's efficient. You press the station you want to go to, right, and you just buy a ticket.
Yeah.
And then on the side of the trains, there's lights of what station you're at and what's to come. And then when you get to a station, it will show you what routes you can take off there. And there'll be a light on the side of the door saying this is the side where the door's going to open. Because even that is the thing that I look out for in London, is you don't know which side of the train's going to open first when you want to get up at your station. Little things like that is very thoughtful.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I like that, because then you get up and you don't stand at the wrong door and like
and look like an idiot.
and look like an idiot, and then you're getting up early for no reason.
Basically, it's a city for like, even if you don't think a lot, you can get around like so easy.
You could live quite cheaply. I mean, I'm sure rent's quite high in that, but you could eat cheaply if you ate at just the Chinese places. You can travel cheap.
Quite clean
Everything's
food.
very close. You can cycle everywhere. There's hills, there's mountains. There, so you can enjoy. You can train, you can cycle, you can run, you can swim in the oceans.
You can go out, you can drink.
You can go out, you can get
There's some really upscale but really cool restaurants.
There's
that you can
kombucha,
visit.
there's natural wine. They have just the full scale of everything.
Yeah.
They just had a festival, Clock and Flap, and had a lot of cool artists over. Yeah, and you're close. You're close to Thailand, close to Singapore, close to these other places. So I know it's on some people's radar, or some people have been before. But if you've not thought about Hong Kong, I'd really recommend it. I don't make these videos sparingly. I'll make them sparingly. It's not often I talk about a place so highly.
You get a commission from the Hong Kong.
Yeah. No,
And that everyone who lives there, that were either from New Zealand or Europe, London, England, or whatever. Well, England, Europe is a different thing. But they all seem like so happy and so keen with their lifestyle. Like it's a city that you can sort of adjust your lifestyle the way you want to, because it has such a broad spectrum of options. Like you can even do like the sort of island, more remoted lifestyle, and then go to the city, or you can have this buzz of the city and like go to the remoted like island with only like 20 minutes of distance.
Everything's so close.
It's so powerful. Like I've only seen that in Greece, but not on the same scale.
Yeah, the scale
like
of
the nature
city,
is insane.
And one of the final points on the way here, when we got to the station, you get to the Hong Kong Central Station to come to the airport, and it's like a 20-minute train ride. It only costs £10, and you can check your luggage in at the train station there. You can go in the morning. Our flight was at midnight, so if you wanted to, we could go. The guy said 5:30 a.m. or just whenever in the morning. Take your suitcase down, check the suitcase in, and then go about your day, and that will make it onto the flight, and then you can go pay £10 or so, like $15.
It just goes on a special carriage on the train. And then you don't have to deal with it, so it makes such a huge difference taking the train.
You don't have to go through security
and
with it.
literally just being with a backpack that you can carry everywhere. It's so easy.
Really, really awesome city. So I think that's most of our notes.
And Happy Cow really works here.
Yeah, Happy Cow's great. Oh, I can use my English phone. I'm on 3 in the network, and I can use the internet, which was a bit of a that hooks you up. So you can you can even do things like that.
Most places have Wi-Fi, so it's really easy to.
There's Wi-Fi everywhere. Free Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi.
Taxi drivers, they don't really speak English, so you have to show them the address. And if you're staying in a hotel, for example in Macau or whatever, just ask the concierge to write down the Chinese name for it, because they can just go.
That's the only thing you need for is the Chinese name for the place you go. Sometimes, but there's ways of getting around it. There's ways of getting around it.
What else is there?
That's about it, I think. Just check out the video. I've done a vlog video. No, it'll be like there won't be any talking in that video, so I wanted to get that down in this video. I'll be making a video, just a compilation of some of the nice moments from our trip together.
Say the top places to go.
Top places to go.
Location-wise.
So Mana was one of the best restaurants.
No, but like
Sheko.
Mana was the restaurant.
Yeah, I said that.
But Sheko was an area.
You said places, so I said Sheko. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sheko.
So anything. What do you want to recommend?
Yeah, Sheko.
What was your favourite things from this trip?
Lama.
Llama Island.
Yeah.
Was amazing and so cheap to get to, so quick on the ferry. We got amazing sunset from that coming back.
on the ferry.
Mano was a good
Macau,
restaurant.
House of Dancing Water.
We saw that House of Dancing Water, was like a cirque show in
amazing.
Macau, which was amazing. With performance over the floor drops out. And I don't know, we won't go into that. But what else did we see that was amazing? Blissful Carrot if you're in Macau for veggie restaurants.
Yes, Blissful Carrot, big heads up.
What other? Yeah, Mano was probably the best vegan place we had. And then the Thai places. If you go to Sheko, there's a Thai place on the corner. There's Happy Garden. There's one on the corner which is amazing food. Yeah, I'd definitely say check out Sheko. Check out Llama, and then what about in Hong Kong Central? Anything specific that stands out? It's just nice. Oh, Lok Cha Tea House.
Lok Cha Tea House.
We went there today. That was beautiful for vegan Chinese.
Botanical garden.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
That's 100%
vegetarian dim sum.
Yeah.
And
I'd say that's it.
Rooftop. C'est la vie.
Rooftop bar, C'est la vie. That was nice. For the view. Instead of going up Victoria Peak, we just went up there and looked out at the city last night.
Instead of Victoria Peak, if you do that.
Yeah. You'll check out the Buddha. If you don't mind queuing, we didn't go this time, but I've been before and it was really nice.
Yeah.
We'll go next time.
Cool.
Alright. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video I make, and I'll see you soon.
Bye.
One final point before we board this plane. Vegan black on black. Yeah. Black on black hoodies, epicsemantics.com, check them out.
You can wear them every day. They never get dirty.
They get dirty. They will get, but they're very comfortable. Quality, organic cotton. Good stuff. Peace out.